False victories by your marketing tech folk. Too many simply do not understand your business. This is episode number 295 of the weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing with an objective to help you grow your business with more quality leads, amplifying more quality. Last week, we were talking about waiting for New Year's resolutions, and the reality is it takes, on average, at least 2 months before any new behavior becomes automatic. So why not start your marketing at least for today for tomorrow's results, rather than just waiting for the beginning of the year to start? Check out that episode. It's rather motivational. The previous week, we were explaining how investing approximately 100 hours in a year will allow you to exceed 95% of the contractors at marketing. Please check out that episode because it's rather motivational too, since this industry is grown so weak when it comes to marketing that it doesn't take much of a focused effort to dominate marketing. Week before that, we were talking about your marketing people possibly being a parrot. Easy to say buzzwords, but not with a strategy behind those buzzwords. Check out that episode. But this week, we're talking about false victories by your marketing tech folk. And what we mean by that is, and you're going to need to look up if you're just listening passively, because we want to show an example to make a point, is an entire generation is growing up with various technologies, whether it's websites, email marketing, social marketing, and SEO, and all the buzzword topics, but they did not grow up with first taking marketing classes before worrying about the technologies to implement those marketing methods. So, here's a real example among the many, excuse me, that we kind of get bored at this at My Online Toolbox, but it's so repetitive. So all we like people to do is just be aware of it, because it's you as an experienced business owner taking a moment to realize that the people guiding you don't usually have enough business experience, let alone industry specific experience, let alone guidance in marketing before looking to get something done and claim victory. So here we go. We had people call us up to explain to us why they spent a fortune. We're not going to get into what that number was, but it was a fortune in their marketing, and they couldn't understand why business is dead. And what we needed to do was take some time to help them. This is not an ongoing relationship with us. We were just paid to help them try to figure out what their problems are. So when we went into, look at this, this is just this month, 1 month of activity. And when you look at it closely, you'll see that they had in just a month over 63,000 visitors to their site. Wow, that seems exciting. But what you have to realize at the starting point, and I'm going to highlight this just to make a point, is that out of those 63,000, over 33,000 came through social. So somehow there was something, whether it was Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, really doesn't matter. But look at that. Out of the 33,000 people, taking up almost over half of the 63,000 people that came to the website, they were there for almost 5 whole seconds. I can't even get a thought out in 5 seconds. So the reality is, anyone you attract attention to for 5 seconds or less is 101% meaningless. There is absolutely no way somebody will come to your site, learn enough, and be so excited that they were in dire need to contact you for whatever the heck it is that you do. And then I didn't even want to show the organic search because it was even a bigger embarrassment. So the point is, 63,000 is what the owner knows for the month. 63,000. Well, I don't know about you, especially in this particular industry, but for the number of people in your driving radius, the number of people who may be able to afford your services, you could bet there's no way 63,000 people who are truly interested would even care to be at your site in the first place. But when we went a little bit deeper, we went to look at where are these 63,000 people coming from. Thankfully, at least 50,000 were coming throughout the entire United States, 4,000 coming from Canada, another 2,000 from the United Kingdom, 1,000 from Australia. And that makes the point, is that all of these numbers are misleading the owner because he feels he has all of this activity to the site. We even went a little bit further, and we couldn't even find his city as the top city by users, where if you look closely, that we had about 1,000 that they weren't sure where they were coming from, another 300 plus from Chicago, 200 to 300 in New York, and then 200 from Atlanta. his target area isn't even freaking listed in that 63,000. So understanding that, where right here's the picture, his person in charge of marketing was so excited to talk about the 50 to 100,000 people that come to the site. He won't just shut up talking about the topic because he's so excited. The reality is the client, or at least the person who paid us to help us identify the problem, they have such a big problem because the sheer volume of 99.5% plus activity coming to their marketing is completely irrelevant to what we like to call an opportunity, let alone what we like to call a future customer. So we can only beat this into your head strong enough to realize that if you don't focus in on really what you want and where you want it, a lot of people around you are going to be giving virtual high fives about how exciting they are on whatever the fantasy result may be. But you better take an approach that if you don't understand that the person working with you may have no idea about the realities of your business and what true brand marketing is, you may be feeling victorious in many elements of getting activity and so forth and all of these likes and loves. But if you're not getting customers, you know that it is a 100% false victory by your marketing folk. As the owner, you need to take responsibility to realize who you're surrounding yourself with. Just like if you're looking for a lawyer, an accountant, or doctor, or even another builder to work with, there's a certain amount of experience that allows people to take themselves to the real level of marketing that it requires to allow you to get at least quality leads for an ongoing period of time. For people that are new to our orbit, remember, please go to the My Online Toolbox Facebook page or our YouTube channel and follow us there, like some posts so these weekly posts show up in your feed. And separately, go to the My Online Toolbox Instagram channel to be able to see the weekly featured project of other contractors that do this quality brand marketing on a weekly basis. At a minimum, it helps motivate you to go in the right direction. It's not easy to replicate unless you've done some strategy. Speaking of strategies, remember, it's never too late to start your education. At least start with just the My Online Toolbox basic education for marketing. It allows you to understand brand marketing for this industry and SEO basics. Couldn't care less whether you're an owner, you're a social person, you're a website programmer. If you don't have the strategy for this industry, all you're doing is throwing darts in hopes of landing on the bullseye. This is My Online Toolbox, providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing, and we want to remind you to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.